today I'm not alone on set. I have with me my spiritual sons, men of credible character, men whose marriages are working. And since my better half is not here today, he assigned people that will keep me warm on set. As I keep on saying on Royalty Divine, it's very lonely just to be alone on set. And one of those days that I look out to are the days that I can be with someone on set. And today again, he said that I will not be alone on set because he's gone for prayer. And he said, why don't I throw my way, our sons in the Lord to come and join me on this thing called marriage. I want to introduce them for you. They are men of character. And that is why they are seated here. And their marriages are working. So let me start with, on my immediate right.
My name is Pastor Eric.
That's right.
A son of this commission. And happy to be joining you tonight. And I'm humbled to be here. I'm married to one wife. 5 children.
Wonderful. On my immediate left.
My name is Pastor James, and I'm excited to be here.
Wonderful.
As Pastor Eric said, this is the first time. Really expectant even.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I'm married and only have 2 children.
Wow.
Amen.
Awesome.
Yes.
So today on Wisdom Downpour, there is a certain wisdom you have. There's a certain wisdom he has.
Yes.
And that's what I want us to share around about on the things that I believe affect marriage or really touch on marriage in a bad way or in a good way. And then it causes them to throw in the towel and give up.
Yes.
Okay, so the wisdom downpour today is going to come from 3 heads. What a wonderful night. Yeah. So we are going to start with love, all right? Why I chose we start with love, because that is the beginning of marriage, okay? There's no marriage without love.
Yes.
And what I usually say, and Papa usually again, repeats it and says, that girl that now you don't want to see, and you think your secretary is more prettier, okay? You loved her.
Yes.
At some point. She was very attractive.
Yes.
You think she's given birth and she's lost all the shape. There was a time she was very attractive. Nothing has changed much. It's only the container.
Yes.
The content is still the same, or even has maybe probably become wiser.
Yes.
On the first wisdom downpour, what could you tell people concerning love, and what as Pastor James you've learned to handle love as and keep the flame blazing for the last 9 years? You're saying to you it has been beautiful in the 9 years of marriage. What is it about love and your love to your wife, all right? And what has kept it burning, and what has also been the challenges, because it's not all rosy. Yeah.
I beg to say that when it comes to love, it's the foundation of every relationship that leads to marriage.
Yeah.
So if the foundation is broken, because what attracted me to her is love. There was something, a connection first, and then there's that spark,
Yeah.
and then now it blossoms into something else.
That's
that
right.
Unamwangalia unasema, now I want her to be in my house.
In your cup.
In my cup.
In your kingdom.
In my kingdom. So there's that kapule.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that pulls 2 people to stay together.
That's right.
It's not children, it's not what. It's that spark when you're 2, you feel this person is the right person for me.
Yeah.
It's the one that has been wired, because we have people that cannot stay together, and there are people that can blend in very well.
Yeah.
So according to me, the love aspect is the foundation of every marriage. If you can be able to understand the place of love, we can understand a lot of things when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
In biblical terms,
Yes.
Bible says God is love.
Yeah.
And he says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So when it comes to the aspect of love, kwanza unajipendaga. And then unapenda huyo mtu.
Yeah.
So there is that love you love for yourself, and there's the love that you share to that person.
Yeah.
So there's something that you cannot do to that person because you love her the same way you love yourself.
Right.
So when you look at the place of love, it's fundamental, because that is the base.
Yeah.
Okay? if we remove the place of love in marriage, that is whereby a lot of things come in. Because now if I don't love her the way I love myself,
That's right.
I can do anything to her the same way I can do it to myself. I've come to understand if you love a woman very well, she can do anything for you.
Hey, love. What is love to OP and Eunice?
This thing is something that over the years you keep on building on
Yes,
it.
yes.
It's like marriage is mostly, I say it like this, and I've learned it from Papa and Mama, is you have to remind yourself something. You keep on reminding yourself. Tumetoka wapi na huko kule tumetoka tulikuwa tunafanya vitu aje. You keep on ni kama revision.
Yes.
You keep on reminding yourself that for our love to be stronger, we used to do this. Are we still doing it? No, we are not doing it. How can we make it better? So I would say over the years that has really helped us. That aspect of friendship and that aspect of also rekindling whatever we had before. We keep on reminding ourselves every now and then about it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I believe all of you have had love is manageable, and this is what I believe totally as a woman. You can never submit to someone who is wild with you, who is mistreating you, who is battering you and all. It will be impossible.
Yes.
So love being the foundation, what is that thing that pulled you to that woman? Okay.
Yes.
Keep on adding the stone and realizing that this woman, I'm not with her only for 1 year, for 2 years. It has to work.
Yes.
This thing has to work. So it is easy. The only thing you need to put 1 + 1 is 1. Bible also says that love is patience, love is kind, love is all enduring. Okay? So in all those things, it's not like it will be a walk in the park. It is something that you have to keep on doing and doing and doing and making and fanning until it becomes the best thing in this whole world. Going to the second point on wisdom downpour is on money and finances. Another thing that they keep on fighting over. What is the issue with money
in marriage
or finances? Hey, is it such a mountain?
I think one of the devils that is in marriage attacks money in the area of finances. And it comes is a challenge to all marriages. I think at the beginning. And if it's not well addressed at the beginning, it becomes a disease that grows in marriage over the years. A good example is transparency in finances.
That's the thing. Number one problem.
So it is all about the foundation of how it is. One of the problems we have in marriages, people are not transparent. And you in a letaga, a lot of unseen devils inside marriage.
Very true.
So the husband will be always speculating, my wife ananifichia pesa, and bibi anasema my husband doesn't want to touch his account. So there's a pull and pull on all sides.
And you realize like money, for me, I had a very big challenge. I'll be honest.
Wow.
Before I got married, I've worked for this money. I've been laboring for 30 days. As in, kwanini to discuss pesa.
I think that's the major problem men
it's a very
have.
big issue with men. They feel like they own what
the
is
money.
His is his.
And especially if the wife is a housewife.
Definitely.
So inakuwa even once kwa sababu she has nothing she's bringing on
the
table.
table.
So hii ni wewe simtalipa rent. Sinitanunua food kwa nyumba. Hizo zingine unaniuliza na za nini?
Wachana nazo.
Usiwe the problem.
Yes.
And it becomes a very big issue. But you see, with finances, the more you talk about it, the easier it becomes on how you'll be able to manage it. That is what I would say.
The only way out of money fights is transparency. If you want your wife to be transparent with her money, make your own money transparent to her. Start it off as the husband, and then she will flow and flow into it. The best thing also is put money together. Type from one basket. Okay? Sow seed from one basket. Go to the next, and even entertainment and even pocket money. Do it from what you have. If it is as little as 20,000 all the way going up to 200,000. It starts from the little money that you get as a couple.
Very true.
And the third point is on infidelity. Infidelity is another issue that now is destroying marriages.
It's rampant.
This disease called infidelity. Okay? In your 13 years of experience, is it something that you would say is something that you can jump over? What is this thing about infidelity?
And let me say this. There are some things when as a married man you entertain, they will bring you problem. But you see, most people tend to entertain it until a time whereby it's too late to deal with it.
That's right.
So by the time you come to realize, you're already in it.
Yes.
Now the biggest giant there is now coming out of it.
Yes.
Zingine unakuta hata mpaka sasa kuna mtoto. Kuna mpaka mtoto hapo ndani. So I will tell those that are watching. Probably those ones that are newly married, those ones that are planning to get into marriage, don't entertain it at all. My advice to you, when you see it, run away from it.
Because it doesn't hide.
It doesn't hide. It's there. You will see it, you know its colors.
Huyu vile anakuja.
Utaona tu huyu vile anakuja, hii ni shida inakuja. So for me, I literally
run away.
I cut links. As in kama tujaionana.
As I digest on that, there is something that I want to share to married couples or people that are preparing to go there. When it comes to infidelity, this is what strikes me, because we are talking about experiences. This is what strikes me. I wouldn't want to do something that I don't want my wife to do to me. Okay? It is out of the wildest dreams, my wife will go out with another person.
Imagine.
So, because it is out of my wildest dreams, I will want it to be also the same way
for her.
Ili anajua, if even this man aende hiyo kazi, arudi huku midnight, I know
ametoka hiyo kazi.
In marriage, let your wife feel the confidence that my husband will not do something that will hurt me. Because infidelity is hurtful.
Very.
Knowing that your husband is going out with another lady is very hurtful. It's heartbreaking. Knowing that your wife is seeing the watchman or gateman when you're going is hurtful.
Very.
It's very hurtful. And it is the cause of a lot of breakdowns in marriage.
Completely.
It's scattering even love.
Yes.
And if it is not well regulated, it is what is causing all these other problems in marriage. If you want to tame that infidelity, you have to have the back of your mind that this is the person that I love. This is the person that I want to live with. Ninapenda akiwa hivi. Napenda akiwa this size. So when she's going out of proportion, do something about it as a man.
For me, infidelity, I want to look at it as how the Bible says. The word of God says that by the way of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread. There's a certain place God can never work with any man mwenye ameshindwa na zipu.
Very true.
Yes.
There is a certain extent yenye God cannot trust you, if at all. To your extent, you cannot be able. Look at Solomon. He went to the greatest heights. The streets of Solomon were in gold.
Yes.
Okay? That man ended as even worse than a crust of bread. Okay?
Yes.
So for me, the thing that should keep you as a man, the thing that should keep you as a woman, because scripture works for both. Okay? Where do you want to go? How far do you want to go in life? Because this Njeri, because this George will come and reduce you. That's their assignment.
Yes.
Completely.
And leave you as a crust of bread. One, you've hurt your wife.
Yes.
You've hurt your husband. Okay? And go.
Yes.
Will that be your life? Will your life be after huyu ameenda unachukua the next? Yani wewe kazi yako ni kujireduce. Infidelity is a point where by now, any serious man, any serious woman who wants to have a tomorrow should never even have an eye on.
Yes.
We are going on to talk about the fourth point on wisdom downpour, and we call it the SEX. The
Sex.
word that is, hidden. The word that is, they mention it and they look down. But in Sound of Abundance, we say it as it is.
Yes.
Sex is an issue in marriage. And this one now is a weapon that completely is whipped on us women. Women have that tendency of using it as a weapon, as a whip. Talk about the SEX word.
Wow.
In marriage.
People must learn to communicate.
Communication.
When it comes to sex, you must learn to communicate.
Yeah.
Aunipeleki vizuri kwa sex,
Tuongee
story. nasikia ni kama umeninyima sana.
Sema shida yako.
Tuseme shida iko wapi. Because you see, watu wengine wanaumia. And someone is feeling like there's no way they can sit down discuss this thing. But at the end of the day, and people usually tend to play down issues of sex. But you see, these things tend to affect marriages a lot. And that is why the initial point we were on infidelity, most of the times unakuta hata watu wengine ndio waende watafutane huko nje ama ndani kulikuwa na moto.
There's lack.
Ukame imekuwa mingi. So jamaa na hiyo ukame yake anashindwa sasa ndajifanya aje. So the guy ends up looking for other options which are not good.
Wrong options.
So at the end of the day, if there is an issue, there's that element of let's sit down, discuss these issues. The minute sex does not apply anymore, or people are not, because it is part of marriage. It is part of marriage.
Absolutely.
Hata ujaribu kukimbia aje, it is part of marriage. Then unakuta, the more you are away from each other, the more inawakata, even in the love aspect of it.
All right.
It could be that.
What? How is it?
My brother has talked about communication. It's a very fundamental thing. I just want to add on something small on what you are saying. When it comes to sex, sex is very important. Even before God. Because there's a man that God killed because he had sex the wrong way. It was called Onan. He was supposed to release children for somebody, his brother, and he refused by pouring outside. And God killed him because of that.
That's the thing.
That tells us that God is involved when it comes to sex matters. When it comes to the topic of sex, in a nutshell, it's something that you practice as you perfect. So there's the part of the communication and there's the part of perfecting now the communication
action
part. Whereby now I'm satisfied. When we have it, I'm feeling now. I can run for 1 week without going and visiting that temple again. That's what we'll take.
Wow. For me, when it comes to sex, there's a reason as to why there's the why you shouldn't do it before. It's in the Bible. And why you shouldn't do it outside. God restricted it in the context of marriage. Okay? So when God gave you that husband, one of the benefits that came with your husband and with your wife is the benefit of sex. That's why before it shouldn't be done. So when a couple don't talk about sex, it means you don't understand each other. So maybe kenye unanipatia si kile nataka. Nawe kenye nakupatia si kile unataka. You need to know what needs to be done, when, how, and do it. Okay? There's a reason as to why God confined it only for your husband, only for you as the wife. It shouldn't be done shouldn't be enjoyed. Again also, there is the sex communication. Okay? The sex language. What is your partner's sex language? There's the love language. There's also the sex language. You should understand your spouse's own.
Very true.
Okay? Again, as he said, that there's what you will try and do on your, maybe for you it is a what? Something that you fantasize over. Wisdom downpour on in-laws. There are these people that we cannot avoid. Okay? Once you get married, of course, it's you and your husband, you become one. But they are children. Okay? They are friends. They are workmates. And they are in-laws. And in-laws are people that you can't bang your door on. Okay? How have you managed over the years to handle in-laws?
When it comes to in-laws, I will touch maybe on two things that have been key in my life when I'm in marriage. When it comes to in-laws, I will tell any person that is getting married, just love your in-laws. Wapende tu vile wako. Because you can never disconnect them from the
your wife.
If you try to disconnect them from the girl, now fights begin.
Now you see, that's blood. Blood is thicker.
Thicker than water. So there is that part of love. Kuna wale vijana wanachukuliwaga na msichana and the girl does not want the guy to relate to the family. So the family of the guy will feel this woman came and collected our son Haji.
So the hatred begins there.
The hatred begins from there. So one of the things that we need to handle as married people is love. Wapende. wana uchawi kwao, just love them. Deal with witchcraft in the altar, but just love them genuinely. The Bible says love covers a multitude of sin.
That's right.
So hiyo uchawi yao tu walikuwa na ulipenda mtoto wao. So hata mtoto nipate hiyo uchawi hiyo familia. So there is the part of love. You need to genuinely love these people. Wapende. Don't have that part hawa ni wa hii kabila. Sulipenda huyo msichana na hiyo msichana ni hiyo kabila. Or this man came from that tribe.
That's right.
You never overlooked that. You say, okay, wacha nimpende vile yuko. So the same way to the in-laws, just love them genuinely. That's number one. Wanakupiga, wapende. So there are those boundaries that we should put in marriage.
That's right.
That
govern.
Atakuja ndio, but let's talk about it first. We agree how many days anakaa hapa na sisi, and then anaenda lini. Let's put boundaries. So kindly, let's put love in the place, boundaries in place. That will be my take.
That has been your secret.
Yes, that has been my secret.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will just probably just connect with that briefly and say, the minute you set boundaries, respect comes in.
Yes.
The minute boundaries are laid, respect comes in. So hiyo nakuta watu hawezi kubeba vile wanataka. Na kuna vitu hawezi fanya ukiwa nao. And you see, this thing works so well to an extent whereby, because they know how far things can go. And they know this one is not acceptable here.
Wow, that's awesome. For me, I strongly believe that the way you introduce your person to your family really matters, the way they will pick it up from there.
Very true.
Okay? If you just allow things to happen anyhowly around grace, okay, mommy can call you and tell you, uyo bibi yako, you know, there are some things that now will progress. Okay? There is a way that when you allow people to overstep on Eunice's house, your in-laws, that's the way they'll pick it up. But there's a way, kuna introduction. Your introduction do ina matter. Na haianzi 10 years.
Yes.
It starts on the onset of that marriage.
Very true.
The wisdom downpour, talking about work and career. Okay? And this one I want to talk majorly on women and how it affects them once they get married. All right? There's something that Eunice was before she wanted to be, or she was before she got your kids.
Yes.
Okay? Same to Grace. Okay? Why is it that it happens that it is always overlooked or looked at, like it's much easier for women to drop their work and their career and their livelihood to be accommodated in marriage? Is it?
This is what I say.
Yeah.
And I think I've learned this. In as much as I have my vision as a man, where we are going, and probably as Pastor Eric, it's all about ministry.
Yes.
For me, I sleep ministry, wake up ministry. It's all about ministry.
At the mic.
And so, at the end of the day, in as much as I have where I am taking us, I have to sit down also and know what the individual parts people are taking in that home.
Yes.
Unajua kuna mtu akifanya kitu fulani anasikia hiki kitu inamletea furaha kwa roho yake.
It's called purpose.
At the end of the day, when most of them end up feeling forced.
Forced into it.
Let them slowly grow into it. Most of the times usema hata usilazimishe. Let them grow into it. If you feel whatever you're doing is going to be profitable, go ahead and do it. If you feel whatever you're doing is something that is going to bring positive input into the family, into the home, go ahead and do it. And you see, for such people, or when you begin handling people like that, you realize that over time, they continue growing, even in their own personal lives. They continue growing. Why? Because they've been given the space whereby I can think more, I can do things. So, in as much as, especially this is to men, don't ever come to a place whereby you prioritize your career over the woman's career. It is wrong.
I will just add on a little on what Pastor Erica said. And on this is, I will want to draw the thing to the focus. You have asked about ladies, Let women focus on what they want.
Okay.
A good example, when a lady is married, she's working in a certain organization.
Yeah.
After 2 years, maybe she gets the first child.
Yeah.
And then we always know every good company will give you at least 3-4 months leave, you rest a bit here, get well, and then unajirusha back. But most women will decide, wacha nilelea mtoto wangu.
Kamwaka, mbili.
So, number one, let's not put a lot of weight on men. Sometimes it's lack of focus on the women.
Yeah.
Anakuwa carried away na mtoto. So, amekosa house assistant, naamua sasa mimi nitalea mtoto wangu. Let me give it 2 years.
Yeah.
So mtoto amekuwa 2 years. And then they discuss with the husband. Sasa unaona amekuwa 2 years. So tutafute mwingine wakuwe tu mara moja.
Chain.
And then another one is born. The one atakuwa miaka 3, huyu mwingine naye ameingia sasa. So it will have like 6 years first.
Yeah.
Or 7 years.
Yeah.
The woman is off from her career.
Completely.
So number one, when you're talking about all these, when it comes to career and work, tusiekelee sana wanaume pia mzigo. There's the part of the woman, she knows what she wants to be. She knows the desires she had before marriage.
I think the question should be, does she know what she wants to be?
Yes, because if she knew this is a career woman, alikuwa najua this is my path in life.
No one should confuse her.
Now the husband has come in, amekuja kuni-compliment, hajakuja kunitoa kule nilikuwa nafanya. So when she's a doctor or a nurse, anajua me I had a dream of becoming a doctor. I'm just doing nursing for now, but I'll transition to doctorate. So I'm nafanya yo for now, but anajua mepata husband, napata mtoto wa kwanza. So it is up to her. I decided with the help of the husband. So there's the part of the focus, mom, that also comes into place when it comes to marriage. The women need to know what really was I made to do in life? What is my purpose in life?
That's wonderful. And I really, for me, when it comes to work and career, there's something that God wired in you as a woman. You need to find it out. And besides every other thing, mostly African men have that tendency of wewe kaa kwa nyumba lea. Nitakupea kila kitu. You know, also it is demeaning, and also it's a strategy that they use to make sure that women are under their control and rulership, which is wrong. For me, I strongly believe for women now, I've tackled it that way. Pursue what you want. Pursue what God wired and put inside of you. Jealously and with a lot of passion. For the man now, as women, we need to give support to what our husbands do. Okay? Because they are the head. And they are what? Also the vision bearers of the home. That's the beauty of marriage. If you lay yourself in the hands of God when it comes to choosing a marital partner, you will never miss it at that point. Parting shot on marriage. What do you have to say when you are closing on?
For me, just love each other, respect each other, and always look out for one another.
Wonderful.
And the rest will flow.
Awesome.
On my parting shot, I will want to address maybe people that are going through battles in marriage. I want to encourage them that always find a neutral ground. Anytime there's quarrel, fights in marriage, always find a way of compromising and finding a neutral ground. It will always quench any marital battle.
Wow. Wonderful. My parting shot is marriage is good.
Marriage works
if only you
work it.